If you've given any thought at all to the afterlife and your journey to the other side and wondered if you're going to be able to have a smooth, successful journey, or if you would be actually stuck here as an earthbound, then please watch this video, because I'm going to share some insights with you as a spiritual medium with what I have seen that actually helps you to transition smoothly into heaven. I think oftentimes our culture is designed around victimhood and finding people to blame for our situation, for our health condition, for our financial situation, and all kinds of things. But whenever we're pointing the finger outside of ourselves, we are taking the power away from ourselves. We're taking away the ability to actually heal the situation and shift the situation within us. So much of our created reality actually begins and ends with our own emotions and the way that we feel about what is occurring. It is entirely possible for you to have something bad happen to you and for it to really feel like or appear like it's coming from the outside. And that's life. Good things, bad things, and depending on whether or not we think they're good or bad, this is just the mix and the duality that we chose to come in and experience. But the way we feel about it is what makes all the difference in the world. The way we either give power to it and blame it and victimize ourselves from it and feel weak from it, that's our choice. We could also make a different choice at any point in time. And this is why I really, really like to work with people on their spiritual healing, because many people don't realize how many old energies like that they're holding on to, how many times they've given their power away, how many resentments they're actually carrying within their body. And oftentimes you can tell because these energies make you sick. They make you physically ill, they make you spiritually weak. And this is the energy that will follow you into the afterlife if it's not healed. First, I want to discuss the reasons why spirits choose not to go into the light at the time of their death. There's several reasons. Sometimes they're literally drunk and high in a state of confusion. They die too quickly. They don't know they're dead. Sometimes they're so filled with grief and remorse for the way that they lived that their guilt and shame literally prevents them from wanting to step into the light. And the big reason there is fear of punishment. So many of our religions have taught that we have to pay a price and that our debt will come due, and all the bad deeds that we do we will receive in the afterlife. So if we're good people, we'll go to heaven, and if we're bad, we'll go to hell. I'd actually like to break this down and make this non-denominational as we speak about spiritual truths, because there's a thread of truth in every single religion. But the fact of the matter is, you are the one that decides if you go into heaven. But it's not literally like you can just decide because you want to. If you have lived a troubled life and you have wronged people on purpose, you have intentionally hurt people, you've lied, you've stolen, and you don't feel remorse and you do nothing to repair that energy, then most likely you are not going to transition into the light when you pass. Someone's going to have to come along and eventually help you. And spending time as an earthbound is not a pleasant way to spend the afterlife. You're literally still filled with the same unforgiveness and the same shame and blame and guilt that you had while living. So you don't get to improve your circumstances until you step into this beautiful light. And that's why I think it's important to talk to people about what you can do to ensure that you go easily into the light when it's finally your time to pass. We will all experience this at some point in our life, and it's really important to know that it's not a decision that is coming from an outside force. God does not prevent you from coming into the light. Your own emotional state, your own sense of spiritual well-being is what can prevent you from entering the light. I'm sure you've all heard this from the elderly or from your grandparents or from previous generations. They used to say to get your spiritual house in order or to cleanse your soul and prepare for the other side. And this doesn't mean that you need to become a religious person and start to pray every day, but what it does mean is that you need to make peace with your life. You need to make peace with the people in your life. And this does not mean that you need to go befriend somebody who has abused you. This does not mean that you have to put yourself in harm's way. No. What this does mean is that deep within you, to find a level of forgiveness and to clear your resentments and grudges that you're carrying against these people that have harmed you. Clearing your own vessel, taking responsibility for the feelings in here is actually what helps you to transition into the light with ease. The most powerful thing that you can do for yourself at any given point in your life is to forgive. And I know that sometimes that's easier said than done, but it is really important to release the people that have harmed you and to heal the emotional scars that you carry deep within you. As long as you're still blaming them for the harm that you've lived through, you're not sound spiritually and you're not strong spiritually. And this is an issue that really should be healed. Now, the other side of that is sometimes you may want to seek forgiveness from people that you have harmed. And it doesn't mean that they're obligated to forgive you, but oftentimes you wanting them to forgive you and you trying to make amends or having some type of retribution that you offer them to help them out in a way to balance the score. Because we're all human and we do make mistakes and we're still all learning. We're finding our way through this. But when you consciously know that you have hurt somebody, harmed their life, set their life off course, it is really, really important for you to seek amends for that. Sometimes this amends could be anonymous. Sometimes you can show up and do something really kind for this person without them even knowing that it was you. They don't need to know that. This is for your own soul and not for them. Sometimes when you've harmed somebody, they don't want to forgive you, and that's their own choice. They'll have to deal with that at their own time when it comes time to cross over. But what you can do is first ask if you can be forgiven and see if there's something that you can do to make up for the harm that you've caused. If this person is not in agreement and not in a place to forgive you, honor that. That's absolutely their decision. Well, what you can do in the meantime is to balance that energy and whatever physical, emotional, or spiritual harm that you've caused to them, seek to make amends for that. Seek to fix it, repair it, and heal it on every level. I've known people in these types of situations that have been able to help a family financially at their time of need. This is an acceptable way of shifting that energy within yourself. This is truly a way to make it right within yourself and within your own soul. When you're going to the light after death, it's not like there's big bodyguards that are going to kick you out and not let you enter. The person that will not let you enter is actually yourself. And it is really based on your inner feelings and knowings. There is no secret that you can conceal and nothing that you can bury deep enough that will not come out when you're entering the golden gates. So really look at yourself. This is a time of self-reflection. And if you continue to live a good, clean spiritual life, that means that you're honest, you're integrous, you keep your word. When you make a mistake and when you harm somebody, you make it right, and that you're always living from the higher emotional vibrations of love, kindness, generosity. Those are very fluid and very high vibrational spiritual energies to live your life with. So if you would like to plan for your sacred journey and you want that to be an easy, smooth transition, please do your spiritual healing work along the way. Keep yourself clear, forgive others, and seek forgiveness when you've done wrong. If you're not sure where to start, take a good look inward and listen to yourself and listen to the words you say to others and feel your way around any victimhood scenarios, because that's a really good place to begin your forgiveness work and to begin clearing your resentments to your belief system that others have harmed you. When you can alleviate those energies, you can really start to improve the spiritual vibration in your body. Not only will this help you prepare to get into the light much easier, this will also allow you to live a healthier life physically, emotionally, and spiritually. You don't have to wait till the end. You don't have to wait until your deathbed to get clear with yourself and to get clear spiritually. It's really the best practice to live daily in your highest self and for your highest good. If you would like some spiritual support to work through these emotional and spiritual issues and old wounds, I do provide private sessions to people all around the world. So you can contact me on my website to set up a private session, or you can opt in for my 9-week grief healing package that really goes through your whole body to clear and eliminate so many resentments that you may have lived your entire grown-up life with. At the end of that 9 weeks, people feel amazing and clear and rejuvenated and full of zest for life again. If you feel like that's something you would benefit from, check out my website at dianapalm.com. If you like this video, please give me a like. I would also love to hear what your spiritual assessment is on where you are in your own personal life. Do you feel like you would go zip right into the light, or do you feel like there may be some things that you still need to heal and forgive before that time comes? If you're interested in learning more about the spirit world and the afterlife, make sure to subscribe. I upload a new video every single Thursday. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I'll plan to see you all again on the other side.